This may be the most intriguing matchup of round one in the college football playoff. It's Alabama, this time going to Norman, Oklahoma. A little rematch action to play the Sooners. BetMGM opened this game up at a Bama 2.5-point favorite situation. You're saying, wait a second, JD. Oklahoma beat Alabama the first time around, and Bama's favored in Norman. How does that work? Hey man, I don't make the spreads. I just talk about them. But we're gonna break this game down right now. Make sure you are subscribed right here to the On3 YouTube channel. We'll have more content around this game here going forward. The college football playoff is set. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's also the most toxic time of the year. For both those reasons, make sure you're subscribed right here. And now, little bonus, following on the socials: Instagram, Twitter at JD Pickell. Appreciate you for that. First thought I have in this game: does the rematch script for round two follow the script from round one? Because the script for round one was Bama won everything except for the turnover battle in the game. Bama held the ball for longer. Bama outrushed Oklahoma. Bama outgained Oklahoma. Bama had less penalties than Oklahoma. Fact of the matter was, Oklahoma got 3 separate turnovers, and that was the difference. Do we see a world where Bama does the exact same thing, where they have more yards and all the things I just mentioned, but Oklahoma and that Brent Venables trait of punching the football out on special teams or getting after Ty Simpson and forcing him into an uncomfortable situation, confusing him, and then the turnovers end up once again being the difference for you? Well, it remains to be seen. I think the tricky part of this is you got to find a way, if you're Brent Venables, to fool Ty Simpson twice. Okay, the first time very clearly had him in a blender. Had him making bad decisions, had that pick six that ended up being the difference in the football game, in my opinion. Can you do that a second time? Because now Ty Simpson, I promise you, if you want to roll out there with some of the same tricks you had in that first game, in this game, I think you're going to get got. But at the exact same time, Brent Venables is the Pennywise of college football. He's got something else, I have to imagine, in his bag of tricks for a one Ty Simpson. So who's able to get a leg up in the wrinkle game here from what Alabama has offensively to answer to Oklahoma's defense, and then to Brent Venables trying to play the mind games with Ty Simpson from the jump here. Now, we also got to say this out loud. Oklahoma, do you have something offensively that's sustainable? I'm not saying run game. Run game would be nice. I would actually prefer something in the run game if I'm just being picky here. But do you have something, again, sustainable and rhythmic offensively to go win this game? Because Oklahoma, they've won games scoring 17, and you don't apologize for losing for for winning for a second now if you win with scoring 17 points. Make that very clear. You don't have any reservations about how you've won these football games. But we understand now, with the way this game went the first time around, it probably isn't the best idea to go score 17 and feel good about your chances to beat Alabama. When I say something sustainable, I mean, can you get something that isn't just like the sugar high offense? Because Oklahoma, the way they've won some of these games has been explosive plays, whether it be the Satania explosive play or the Deion Burks 45-yard screen play he had against LSU that ended up being the difference. I need something to make me feel confident about our offensive game plan from Oklahoma that's not just a pop play or a defensive breakdown from Bama. I need something I continually can go to throughout the course of a football game and feel good on third and short, and go to that and have it be our bread and butter throughout the course of this game. If I'm also being picky in this spot, speaking to the rhythmic nature of what I need from Oklahoma on offense, is that John Mateer. John Mateer, first time around, had 10 carries, one of those for a touchdown against Alabama. I'd like to see you double down on that if you're Oklahoma. I'd like to see us go to the +1 run game, give it to one of our best ball carriers, who has been one of our best rushers all year long, in number 10, and say, hey, we brought you here for a reason. We're at home. We got that defense on the other side of this thing. We got to go find a way here. In the find a way moments, in the grit your teeth kind of games, you say, John Mateer, whatever it takes. Because I promise you, he's built that way. He's a gladiator. He's down for whatever. You tell him to carry the football 25 times. I promise you, John Mateer is like, yeah, make it 26. Let's ride. Is that available in this game when it comes to having something to be your, again, sustainable force offensively? Because if you can run the football, Oklahoma, then you feel a lot better about those shot plays opening up to the skill players here for Oklahoma. For Satania, for Burke, I mean, we go down the line to Kanik. There's a lot of skill players here you would like to get loose downfield. You only get them loose or feel better about them getting loose if you can dictate something on the ground. And Alabama now, for those of y'all that have watched them over the course of this year, they're not really elite in stopping the run. So is that an area of advantage for Oklahoma? Remains to be seen. But for Oklahoma, you have 20 days now since you played LSU, 20 days to figure something out offensively and to get healthy. We keep saying this with John Mateer. I think he gets healthier every week. I think he looks more like himself every week. I think he looks more confident every week. But now with 20 days of rest, Do we see him back to what he was in September? If September Oklahoma offense shows up, Oklahoma is going to win this game for the second time and advance in the college football playoff. If Oklahoma shows up and looked how they looked the last couple of weeks, where they're only scoring 17 points, I don't feel great about your chances to go get Alabama in a rematch spot here. Now, in the same way we talk about the Oklahoma running game, does Bama have a running game here? Again, Bama had more yards rushing than Oklahoma the first time around, but Bama's also coming off of a performance against Georgia where they ran the football for -3 yards, not really winning football. And my take on this is you can win the game without a run game with Ty Simpson at quarterback. It's just not the most reliable game plan. Like Ty Simpson could be the ace of spades for you and say, listen, we didn't run the football, we didn't have a great day defensively, but we have Ty Simpson, they don't, therefore the Tyborg took over, we won the ball game, and that was that. And we've seen Bama live that way a couple of times this year. But in the college football playoff, in a rematch spot against that defense, we've seen what Bama is when they're one-dimensional. We saw it in the conference title game against Georgia. It's not necessarily the world that you want to live in if you're an Alabama fan. So, yeah, you could live that way, but you also could jaywalk across the United States. Probably not the best idea when it comes to travel. Probably not the best idea when it comes to this football game if you're Alabama offensively. Last thought here, game flow is going to be everything. The more gross this game is, the more hard it is to watch, the more it's going to favor Oklahoma. I keep saying this. We've seen them win games scoring in the 20s and scoring less than 20. If it is about who wants to get more nasty, it's going to be Oklahoma in this spot, believe you me. I'm not saying Alabama can't play that style of game. I'm just saying it doesn't favor them. We've seen Oklahoma win those style of games more frequently. Now, if it's going to be about points, if it's going to be about getting out to a quick start and dictating the tempo, and Oklahoma has to chase points, advantage Alabama all day long. Even with Alabama's inadequacies in the run game, word I was looking for there, ineptitude, inadequacies, however you want to say it, Bama still is very capable, I think, of pushing the tempo and forcing Oklahoma to be in a spot to where they have to chase points. And if that's the case now, given what Oklahoma's been this year, it's hard for you to pick Oklahoma if you know that Alabama's going to go score, I don't know, call it 27. 27 is probably the number Alabama has to get to win this game, and probably going to be a world that you would like to avoid here if you're John Mateer and the Sooners with all the struggles you've had offensively over the last month or so. So, Oklahoma fans, Bama fans, get in the comment section. Let me know your pick in this game. We will have a full breakdown for you on this game and a pick on our Tuesday show. Make sure you're subscribed. College football playoff is here, man. Most wonderful time of the year, most talked time of the year. Appreciate y'all making the show what it is and being a part of it. For Cato on the ones and twos, for myself, JD Piquel, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We're going to keep this party rolling, and we will see y'all next time.